Well, it is a rainy day in San Francisco today, and that was a super interesting ride talking to Frank, who is 87 years old and was actually born here in San Francisco and basically lived his entire life here. Super interesting talking to him. For me, this is great. I love all the stories, but this is what it's all about. So yeah, hope you enjoy it.
Born in San Francisco, November 19th, 1931, and I really enjoyed growing up in the city. I saw both bridges being built as a youngster, and of course Treasure Island, the World's Fair there, was exciting. I spent a lot of time all along the piers, fishing and off of Muni Pier years ago, and used to ride the ferry boats across the bay. We used to sneak on like we were bad little boys, but we never did any damage. But it was exciting going across on the ferry boats, and every once in a while someone would be up playing an accordion or violin, singing and enjoying the day. And anyway, Market Street in those days, it was really an exciting street. It had four streetcars going up on Market Street, and the ladies all dressed in nice dresses, and the men with suits and sports coats and hats, and it was an elegant city at one time. And of course, when Easter came, all the Easter bonnets and the straw hats came out, and people were just having a grand time. It was a safe city then. And of course, war days came along, and things started changing, and so I had little jobs when I went to high school, and I never forget the first time the sonic boom came. I was working in a little produce market, and everyone jumped and startled us. But I also worked there when the war was over, and came down Market Street that evening, and it was just jam-packed with military people, and anyone that could join in the crowd, and just having a big celebration, and of course rejoicing that the war was over. And yeah, but now I've changed. My age is now up to 87, and I'm still around, and I have to try and remember a lot of things that I did riding the streetcars up Mission Street. We used to ride on the bumpers, and sparks used to fly down every once in a while when they crossed wires, and sometimes the conductor would let us stay on. He didn't bother us. And in those days, if you wanted to get off the streetcar, they had a cable, a rope. You just pull it once, and the conductor knew you wanted to stop and get off. And for the rear conductor to make it, say everything was clear, he'd do the bell 2 times. And but it was nice. I used to spend a lot of time out in the Fly Shackers pool, and at one time that was the largest outdoor swimming pool in the world. And certain days, especially weekends on hot summer days, people don't believe me, but if you check on the website, you'll find out that they had lifeguards in rowboats out there. It was so crowded, and I tell you, it was a fun place. But through the years, it just ran down, and they closed it up. Then I used to spend a lot of time out in Playland, which was similar to Santa Cruz, the roller coaster and all the rides, but not as wicked as the ones today. But people spent a lot of time out there, and Sundays, oh my God, it was just so nice. And my sister and I would get in these rides, and she would be in one car and I'd be in another car, and it was an electrical little car, and bumping each other, and of course the merry-go-round, and there were so many things to enjoy. But
So where was Playland?
It was out there at the beach. Well, now they built a lot of condos out there and apartments, and right below.
The Cliff House?
Oh, okay, over there.
Was it by the Cliff House?
It was by the Cliff House up in the hill.
Yeah.
And Sutro's plunge used to have about at least 5 or 6 water tanks, all different temperature water, and they had one with like a big little wheel. You get in there and spin around and splash in the water, and slides. You could go down and splash in the water. And a diving pool had a big tower. Yeah, I tell you, I never did any of that. Although I did dive off a 10-foot, but not this giant, 50, 75 foot. No, I didn't want to split my gut open. But anyway, through the years, Sutro, had a fire, and they rebuilt it, and I don't know, then something else happened. I guess I was in the service when that happened, but right now it's just restaurants and gift shops and observation areas.
So what did you do? It sounds like you maybe were in the military, in the service.
I was in the Navy.
In the Navy.
1951 to 1955.
Yeah.
And spent 2 years up in Astoria, Oregon, and then I became a cook, and they sent me over to Korea for the rest of my service time, which was about a year and a half, and they put me with the Seabees over there.
With the which?
That was quite a challenge.
The Seabees?
The Seabees.
Oh,
Yeah.
What is a Seabee?
Well, a Sea Battalion, mobile forces they call them. They would build bridges, runways, airstrips, anything that we could use to keep
Is this the
advancing.
AT&T?
I think AT&T. It's saying it's here.
Yeah.
I think it might be a little bit further up, just up here, but I can't go up there.
Oh, you can't go.
Yeah.
Oh, I
But
see.
that's fascinating. So can you introduce yourself again? Because I'm not sure that I got it.
Okay, Frank Pashota. My age is 87 now. I was born on November 19th, 1931 in San Francisco, California at Mary's Health Hospital, which is no longer there. It was on 14th and Guerrero. And they moved out to Serramonte, which is called Mary Seton Hospital now. But anyway, I can talk more, but I'm sorry, we're going to have to get out. And I hope you enjoy my little speech here, and
We'll look for it on YouTube.
helpful for you people to
What is it called again?
enjoy.
I'm sure they absolutely will, Frank. I'm going to give you guys a...